The long-awaited video. And quite honestly, I think today's video is going to be one of my favorites. Ooh, highly requested, highly requested. So let's get straight into it, guys. For those of you who are new to my page, new to my channel, my name is Goddess Ekua Ahima, founder of the AfroDomme Network, Academy, and magazine. And today, as the title suggests, we are talking about how to guaranteed, results proven, get anything that you want from a man without, keyword, without having sex. So, for those of you who are new to my channel, um, just a quick backstory for the sake of today's live. Like I said, over the last several years, I have been a professional financial dominatrix as Ekua Ahima, the kinky coach. And over the last several years, hello, Frank, welcome back. I have not only scaled myself to six figures using other people's money and financial domination, but I've also helped over 4,000 Black femme entrepreneurs and women do exactly the same using financial domination and boys like Frank. Hello, goddess. You look stunning as always. Hope you are well. Oh, well, hello, Frank. Welcome back. I'm sure I look good, as always. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get into, like I said, a highly requested video and quite honestly, a blueprint that I myself have established that I have not publicly shared on a platform like YouTube before. So today's advice is going to work for you whether you are new to financial domination, new to sugar dating, you are a sugar baby or babe pursuing a sugar daddy or something like that for the first time, you're a hypergamous lover, or you are just sick and tired of going 50-50 with men in your normal everyday dating life. You are tired of the dusties, you are tired of the unemployed Urkels, you are tired of the, broke men trying to pursue you, and you're really just looking for, at this point, the game. What is the blueprint? What are the magic words that gets a man to go from ghosting you, ignoring you, not paying you any attention, or whatever it is for you in your normal everyday dating life? Because for me, as a high value woman in financial domination, that's usually not the norm. Right? Men love to worship me. Men love to spoil me, to court me, to buy me expensive gifts, outfits, earrings, hair, to spoil me, to court me, to take care of me. But I know that in today's modern society, right? I'm only 27. Was a 96 baby. So I know that that's not the norm for everyday women. And today, whether you are, again, an everyday woman looking for just an opportunity to level up your lifestyle, level up your dating game, or you are trying to get into the sugar bowl or financial domination, this is going to be the perfect video for you. So give this a thumbs up, put this on your timeline, and share it with whoever you think needs to hear it. Now, first and foremost, before I go too deep, mm, mm, you must understand that by definition, financial domination is the dom sub act of exchanging power through monetary gifts. Nothing more, nothing less. This does not involve sleeping with the man. This does not involve sex of any kind with the man, sexual activity, sexual conversation. This is not a quid pro quo. This is quite literally men enjoying that thrill, that rush, that pleasure that they get from courting and pursuing a woman, giving her money, giving her gifts, paying her rent, and spoiling her, taking care of her. And I believe that all men should do this. And financial domination, quite literally, is you simply reaping those benefits as a divine feminine Black woman. But the key to get into any man's pockets, whether he's interested in financial domination, you're interested in financial domination, or you're just using this on an ex, or you're using this on a new boyfriend, or you're using this on the men that you just entertain in your life because, like I said in the beginning, you are tired of the dusty dusties. You are tired of going 50-50. You are tired of the games. You're tired of the bullshit. This is the blueprint that I have made for myself. This is how I've scaled myself to over six figures in financial domination in just 6 years' time. Going from someone who knew nothing about the industry, nothing about kink, nothing about femdom, to now having multiple houses paid for, multiple vacations paid for, my car note paid month after month on a brand new car, new to me at least, right? Upgrading my life, becoming an entrepreneur, becoming an author, becoming a writer, becoming a business owner, and doing all of these things quite literally out of the pockets of other men. White men, Black men, African men, Asian men. There's really no race, creed, ethnicity, like size that really deters you from doing this. You could do this with a Black guy. You could do this with a white guy. You could do this with an Asian guy. You can do this with a Muslim guy. No matter what the culture, what the religion, this is a blueprint that will work for any man and any woman, and how to get in his pockets, how to understand truly what kind of man he is, what turns him on, what makes him tick, and what's going to trigger him into action so that you can reap the benefits. Okay? So, first and foremost, and I'm going to keep it brief because, as I've said before, this is my personal blueprint. So, outside of those of you who are already inside of the AfroDomme Network, our private learning academy, outside of those of you who've already attended my classes or my online classes, my in-person classes in Baltimore, my in-person events in Baltimore, those are the only people who truly know the game that I'm about to give you guys for literally free, pennies on the dollar here on YouTube. So make sure that you're taking notes. Make sure that if you are attending this live that you're asking questions. And if you missed the live and you're watching the replay right now for any reason, make sure that you text me InstaDom to 443-543-6946 to get into our private learning community so that you can continue learning more, bossing yourself up, and leveling up. So first and foremost, when it comes to how to truly get what you want from a man, you have to understand it. First and foremost, it's extremely easy. If you look good, if you're confident, if you speak with a certain air of not Kanye level arrogance, but when you know you look good, right? When you know that you have something that other women don't have, you just know it. When you know that you're confident and sexy and powerful and you walk. Normally, when you're walking down the street, do men stop and turn and look at you? Do women stop and turn and look at you, right? If so, then you're already halfway there. Okay. So I just got a text message from somebody as well. Trust and believe, I'll send you the access link when we're done with today's conversation. So first and foremost, like I said, knowing that you are beautiful, knowing that you are sexy, knowing that you are confident and you're intelligent, you look good, you feel good, you smell good, and each and everything that you do, this will come so fucking easy for you. And all you really have to do is understand the psychology of men. In the last couple of videos that I shared some information on how to really do that. But today we're really going to get deep into the blueprint. So again, make sure that you have your notes. And for those of you who are texting me, trust and believe, you can hear it. I'm getting your messages. Please be patient with me and I will get back to you when I can. So first and foremost, what you want to do in order to get anything that you want from a man, you have to study your target. And this works, results proven. Like I've said, I've gotten my car notes, a brand new, well, at least brand new to me, because when I started financial domination, I was still back in college and I had a 2000. At that point, it was a 21-year-old car. When I started financial domination, my car was just about old as me. Okay, a 21-year-old car, and over the last like few years when I first got into financial domination, before I really started taking it seriously, I was still riding around in that car. It was leaking transmission oil and fluid, and I was busting tires and running up on the curb. It was just a raggedy mess. Now, I'm not going to diss the car because that's a part of my story. And I'm quite grateful to even have that car, my first hoopty car. Like if you buy a car for yourself when you're 21, when you're fresh out of high school, kudos to you. But for me, that was a free car that I got for myself from my parents as a high school graduation gift. And by the time I was in college, I was riding around in a 21-year-old beat the fuck up car. And financial domination, and thanks to financial domination and the blueprint that I'm sharing with you guys today, I was able to upgrade to a 2013 Nissan Sentra Sport, right? In my name, but using financial domination to pay for the bill. Now, some people might say, okay, well, if you had a sub that was paying a car note, why wouldn't you get your dream car? Why didn't you just jump straight to the Range Rover or the Land Rover? Well, first and foremost, you have to understand that financial domination is a game. It's a business. And unless you are in the financial position to afford what your subs are buying for you, you should not put yourself in positions to, let's say, for example, when the sub stops paying the car note, now it's getting repossessed. So I'm a smart shopper and a smart consumer and a smart user of men's pockets. Although I was able to finesse this man to help me buy a new car and put it in my name and pay for the car note, I chose specifically a car that I knew whether this guy is paying for it or not, if he ghosts, if he disappears, if his wife finds out that he's been spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on this young ass Black woman from halfway across the world, and he ghosts me to protect his family or wife or whatever bullshit he's trying to tell his wife so he doesn't have to pay for a divorce, right? If he ghosts me and that money is no longer coming in from him, can I afford to pay this car note? Of course, duh. So yeah, new car, paid vacations, rent, business investments, and more. This works. But first and foremost, you have to study your target. What does he like? What are his hobbies? What are his triggers? What are his insecurities? And that one's the most important. What are his insecurities? And then, of course, as a femdom, what are his fetishes? What gets him off? The taboo things that he may not talk about with his wife, he may not talk about with his girlfriend, he may not have ever shared or been in a position where he was comfortable enough sharing that kind of information, sharing those kinks, sharing those secret desires with another woman before. What are they? And how can you, as you get to know this gentleman, exploit them so that you can get what you want? Now, again, because of my background in femdom, female domination and financial domination, I don't have a problem with exploring fetishes. Whether you have a nail fetish or a BBW fetish or a foot fetish, my feet are very beautiful and freshly pedicured, but I won't show you here today on YouTube. I'm already giving way too much for free, right? Foot fetish, nail fetish, a fetish for smell, armpits, whatever it is. Find out what this man likes, what turns this man on, what his hobbies are. Does he prefer to, go to work at his 9 to 5 every day, and then when he gets off, he goes to the bar? Or is he someone who prefers art museums on the weekends or picnics? Is he someone who's very romantic and intimate, but because of how mundane his wife or the relationship with his wife has become, he now wants some sort of excitement when it comes to his lifestyle. He's in a like a midlife crisis and is trying to go see a black dominatrix for the first time. Why is this gentleman in your life at this time? Who is he? And what can you use against him to get what you want? Now, this is not to say that you're taking this kind of information and you're using it to negatively, because I'm going to say manipulate, but negatively manipulate this man, right? You're not blackmailing him. You're not, holding him to some certain standard that if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. If you don't give me this, I'm going to tell your wife that. Because that might be sexy for some, but quite honestly, I don't really want to ruin your marriage. No. Like, at the end of the day, your wife is one of the only people who willingly will deal with you on a daily basis. If you don't have any money for me, your wife is always going to be there. I don't want to ruin your wife or your marriage, because then all your time and attention will come to me, and that's not what I want from you. I want your cash. I want your assets. I want what you have or what you can do for me, but I don't want you, right? So this is not to manipulate anyone or any circumstance in your favor in a highly negative sense. Because at the end of the day, all forms of manipulation are not negative. Right now, we are manipulating each other. You are using me for information. I am using YouTube to create passive income for myself, etc. All forms of manipulation are not negative. So get that through your head first. But when it comes to how to get these things, and a lot of you are going to be shocked. Because I know if you found financial domination on TikTok, if you found financial domination on Twitter, on Reddit, on Instagram, and someone from a different club, someone from a different organization, someone from a different sorority told you that financial domination is looking cute on the internet, you don't have to do anything, you just have to do this. Fuck you, pay me, give me your money, pay pig. If anybody told you that, quite honestly, they set you up for failure. If anybody told you that, quite honestly, they set you up for failure. And I'm going to say it again. If anybody told you that, quite honestly, they set you up for fucking failure, because that's not what financial domination is. The secret and the reason why this blueprint works for me so well, and you'll see why as we get further into it. But the reason why this blueprint works for me so well is because I talk to men. I talk to my clients. I talk to my subs. To get this kind of information, to get a man's likes, his hobbies, his triggers, his fears, his insecurities, He's not gonna list that out as he approaches you. He's not gonna put that on a dating website. He's not gonna text you, "Oh my God, goddess, I'm a pay pig. These are my insecurities. Oh my God." He's not gonna do that. No fucking man is gonna do that. No man who has even an ounce of an ego, even the most submissive beta bitches of them all, no man is ever gonna do that. How did you get that information? By talking. So, in order to use his insecurities against him, right? Find out what they are. And he's not going to say, "This is one of the reasons that I'm insecure. These are my insecurities." But if you're having a conversation with a man, usually for me, this happens on Night Flirt. A man calls me or texts me on Night Flirt. He's paying me money by the minute to talk to me. And for those of you who are here, like Frank, I will drop my telephone number in the comments after this video. But usually they call me to talk to me. And one of the first things I do with any man that I'm meeting for the first time, I ask a simple question: tell me about yourself. What do you do? What do you like? How long have you been in this kind of community? How long have you been serving Black women? How long have you been submissive? And then as I dig deeper, asking more questions, pushing the envelope, Then it becomes clear what the insecurities are. Oh, okay. So you've been a submissive man for the last 40 years. You've never been married. And you enjoy the idea of spending your money on dominant, powerful women. Cool. What are those insecurities and fears? One, he's not married, either by choice or because no one wants him. Or there's a woman out there at some point in his life that he's fumbled the bag on, right? All men, and I've discussed this in my last video, all men have at least one woman in their life, the woman that got away. So he's either not married by choice or someone got away, right? So, one insecurity. There's a woman in his life that got away, or he's not married by choice, but either way, he's lonely. During his normal activities, day to day, he comes home and he lives by himself. Now, for some men, that may be like a great thing, like, oh, this bachelor lifestyle, this I'm free to do whatever I want. For a young man, that's okay. But as a man gets older, most of my clients are significantly older than me. 50, 60, 80, 90 years old, significantly older than me. For a man of that age, after a certain amount of time, that bachelor life means nothing. Not having someone to come home to, someone to hold at night, to cuddle, to talk to have that companionship, he's alone, right? So listening to what he's saying, but also reading in between the lines, that's one of his insecurities or fears that you can now use against him. Because if he messes up, as you continue to build your relationship and get to know that person, if he messes up, 9 times out of 10, you might be all he has. You might be the only woman of substantial value or class or sophistication that shows him attention, even if he has to pay for it for small bursts of your attention. So if he messes up, if he pisses you off, if he runs out of money, if he angers you, there's always going to be a small insecurity fear that you will disappear and get away, just like the other woman in his life, right? Using a man's insecurities against him. So once you find out what they are, flex these things. Do the same thing with the man's fetishes as well. And now for the fetishes, this is more so for those of you who are going to get into the femdom aspect of it. Because like I said, this is going to apply for those of you who are sugar babies, those of you who are, just in the regular dating pool and you're tired of dating broke men, you're trying to level up, right? This is going to apply for so many people. But this right here, when it comes to fetishes, kinks, sexual fantasies and desires, and using those kind of things against a man. This is specifically for my Dom's girls. What are his fetishes? Does he like feet? Does he like nails? Does he like smell, taste? Is he a sissy? What are the things that are taboo, that are secret, that are hidden in his subconscious mind that he likes? Does he like to be ignored? Does he like to be belittled? Does he like it when you call him puppy? Right? And then how can you, without showing your body, without going above and beyond, without doing way too fucking much, like some doms do when they're new and they have wrong information, how can you exploit those kinks? So for me, if I know that a new sub of mine has a fetish for feet, let's go very basic for a second. If I know that a sub is coming to me who's giving me money, says something about my feet, even if he doesn't straight up say, Goddess, I have a foot fetish, he may not know that he has a foot fetish. A lot of the fetishes that a lot of men have, they either know that they have them because they are submissive, they've been in this game, they've been in the industry, they've been to cake parties for years. They're old as fuck, they know what they like. Some men don't. And then some know what they like, But as you grow, you change, and fetishes come and go as they do. You discover new things excite you, right? So some men are not going to straight up say, "Oh, goddess, I have a foot fetish. Oh, goddess, I have a fetish for being called a puppy." Right? You, as the one who's in control, have to manipulate the circumstances. You, as the one who's the dom, who's the professional, has to weave your way into this man's mind and pick out little pieces and put them together in this nice little beautiful puzzle of who this man is. It's your job. But if he says, for example, "Oh, goddess, I saw that you tweeted something about going to the nail salon to get your feet done. I would love to pay for your pedicure and your nails today. How much do you need? Here's $100. Here's another $100. Oh, goddess, thank you so much for letting me do that." 9 times out of 10, that man's had a foot fetish. So me testing the waters, what I would do is after I take his money, "Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Here's a small picture or small 30-second snippet of me getting my feet done, specifically my feet." And just see what he says after that. "Oh my God, goddess, I can't believe that you let me see your beautiful, gorgeous feet. Thank you, goddess. Thank you so much. They are so beautiful. Oh, you just so happened to pick my favorite color to put on your toes. Oh my God, I love this." Cha-ching! Just there, you have now found out his favorite color, the fact that he likes feet, the fact that he's willing to pay for your nails and feet to get done, and the fact that if you manipulate him well enough, even with the smallest of actions, a 15-second video of someone else scrubbing your feet, a 10-second clip of the color that you just so happen to choose, that's his favorite color, you now have him in the palm of your hand. Right? So take his insecurities and use them against them. Take his fetishes and flex those in his face aggressively and then passive aggressively. Some ones you have to be very upfront with. So if I know for a fact that for me, one of my real-time subs has a fetish for scent, the way I smell, how soft my skin is, and my natural odor, and then also the way I smell fresh out of the shower or with perfumes on. He loves to smell my neckline, my collar line, my armpits, my breasts, my ass. I'm going to obviously use that against him. So every time I see him, I wear a specific kind of perfume so that I smell delicious. Every time. I just so happen to be wearing this. Whether I'm wearing this, whether I'm wearing pajamas, whether I'm wearing chill loungewear clothes, I'm going to smell good if I know that he's coming around, because I know that that's one thing that gets him off. He may not even know that he has a fetish for that, but I do. Right? So if I can manipulate those circumstances in my favor, I'm going to always get what I want out of this man. So, insecurities, fetishes, flex those in his face aggressively and passive aggressively. The beauty of financial domination specifically is this blueprint, and getting what you want from a man does not require you putting out sex, pussy, oral, in any kind of way to this man. None. Now, as a disclaimer, I will say that I am grown. I am 27. The AfroDomme Network and Academy is a 25 and older space. So whatever you do as a consenting adult, that's your fucking business. I am not a slut shamer. I'm not slut shamer Sally. That's not me. So whatever you do is your business. But this blueprint, and the reason why my blueprint specifically, because you're not going to find this on YouTube anywhere else. I guarantee it. You're not going to find this on Google. You're not going to find this on a book. You're not going to find this on TikTok. You're not going to find this information anywhere but from the mouth of Ekua Ahima in the AfroDomme Academy. There's not a network, there's not an organization, there's not a club or a sorority that is teaching the blueprint that I am teaching. Not one, because I'm the one who created it. If anything, as I always say, often imitated, but results never duplicated. Because you can imitate a blueprint. You can take this information that I'm giving you here today and then go run to TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and spew it back out yourself. But you're only regurgitating small pieces of information that you've retained from this video. So truly, it holds no value to someone else. None. You're never going to find it anywhere else. And the beauty of financial domination is you do not have to do anything. There are subs that I have run this game on that I've never met in person. The gentleman that I mentioned earlier who was paying my car note, and I say was because he in fact did need to take a break. His family was severely impacted by coronavirus and the pandemic, the worldwide shutdown when the world was shut down. And he in fact went bankrupt and had to sell several stocks and assets in order to recover his family, his wife and children. So I gave him the opportunity to take a break from our relationship so that he can recover. Because if you have no money, what good are you to me? Right? If you are bankrupt, if you are penniless, if you can't pay your mortgage, how the fuck you supposed to pay my rent? You can't even pay your own bills, right? So that's neither here nor there. But the point that I was making is that gentleman who was doing that for year and month after month after month after month, auto draft of my car note coming out of his account, month after month after month after month. With this blueprint, I've never seen this motherfucker a day in my life. I have no idea what he looks like. I know his name. I know his first and last name. I know what he likes. I know what turns him on, right? But have I seen him before? No. Have I seen a picture of him before? No. So the beauty of financial domination is that this blueprint works. Whether you are strictly online, whether you are in person, whether you are on dating apps, it's all about how you take this information and run with it. You take the game and play it, right? And for those of you who still need a handhold, for those of you who still need coaching, again, you can always text me, InstaDom, to 443-543-6946 to get inside my live classes. Because whenever I'm not here on YouTube, I'm in our private learning community giving you guys this game in real time. So, write all of this down. When I started financial domination, I had a slew stacked up to the ceiling of notebooks. Notebooks full of client information. I don't give a fuck if I've talked to you one time. I have your information. And it's not about, again, using it for blackmail, using it to hold something against someone, taking someone's personal demographics or information and using it to do nefarious, illegal things. No. But the same way you go to the doctor's office, the same way you go to the bank, the same way you go to register for college or whatever else, there's a process. People take your information, and they put it in a file and they store it in that file. And the next time you come back, they take more information from you and they put it in that file again. And the next time you come back, they take it in a file and they put it in there again, right? So when I first started, and I have some in my living room right now that I may show you at some point today. But when I first started financial domination, I had a slew of notebooks full to the brim, literally pages coming out and just falling apart because I used that fucking notebook all day, every day, full of nothing but client information. If you call me for the first time on Night Flirt, I'm writing down your name. I'm writing down the cute nickname that I gave you and all of the little small details that you didn't think that I was listening to when you were talking to me. The fact that you're an older gentleman, that you live by yourself, or you don't live by yourself, that you have children, and right now you're standing in a closet because you're hiding from your wife to talk to me. And you can only talk to me on Tuesdays and Thursdays because your wife goes to bingo on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5. So you call me at 4:15 right before she comes home so that there's a little bit of a rush and excitement about sneaking away to come talk to me right before she comes in the door. All of those things I write down. I'm a very observant person, very, very observant. Writing all of those things down, put them in a folder, put them in a notebook, and add to it every chance you get. You wouldn't think that those small details are important, but they really are. Because one of the things that keeps me in control, keeps me in a position where I can, at any time, no matter how long it's been since I last talked to this gentleman, at any time I can pull and I can hit you up and say, hey, I need some money for my vacation. Send me $1,000 and I get it. You know how? Because those small details I'm using and then I recall them in conversation. So if we've never had an official conversation about your wife and how long you've been married, but I know that on September 16th of 2021, you told me that your wife likes to go to bingo from 3 to 4 p.m. I'm going to ask you when you call me again at 3:15. Did she go to bingo yet? And see, it's a very slight thing because I don't know her name. I don't know really anything else about her. But the fact that I've recalled something very small in a simple, sexy, seductive way makes me seem more elusive, makes me seem more mysterious, and it makes to any man feel like, oh my God, she pays attention to what I'm saying to her. I am I matter. And not in a way that, oh, I have this big impact on this woman's life. But no, when I pay her and I give her money and we have conversations, she remembers things about me. And she just said something about my wife. Oh, fuck. I do have a wife. I probably should not be on the phone with this younger, beautiful, more attractive Black woman. But here we are. And she mentioned something about my wife in such a playful way. She's not mad. No, she's yes, goddess, she's at bingo. And I'm calling because I've been thinking about you and I wanted to talk to you. Right? So now I switch gears. I don't say anything else about the fucking wife, and we continue the conversation. And now he's on the phone for longer than he planned to be. Now he's talking to me by the minute, paying for it by the minute, charging his card by the minute for much longer than he thought he would originally be on the phone. If he thought he was going to be on the phone with me for 10 minutes to check in and say hello, that 10-minute conversation is now turned into 90. And I've now gone from $50 to over $250. Right? This blueprint works. This blueprint works. Recall those small details. Another one of my favorite things is birthdays. And I do this a lot, especially with the men I romantically date, because there's a difference between a man that's, in my eyes, just a client and someone that I am willing to be romantically intertwined with. For me, it's birthdays. And I always ask, what's your birthday? Because to me, I want to know your sign. I want to know, like, what's your big day, whatever. And birthdays are important. Birthdays are a small thing to some people, but to others, it's a really big deal, especially when you are a high value woman who is very self absorbed and you're always focused on yourself and the way that you look and what you want out of life. You're not paying attention to men that closely, right? You have all of these things to use against them, but you don't really give a fuck. Like, what? I don't really give a fuck about your birthday. I'm asking you what your birthday is, but am I going to celebrate your birthday? No. Am I going to fucking buy you a birthday gift? No. Right? But when is your birthday? And for me, one of the things that I like to do, and it's a little narcissistic in the best ways, but I like to ask when your birthday is, and then I'll pretend that I forgot. I'll ask you when your birthday is, and then I'll pretend that I forgot. And then around the week of your birthday, I'll say something like, "Oh, don't you have a birthday coming up? Duh, I know exactly when your fucking birthday is. It's 2 days from now, it's 4 days from now." But 4 days before, I'm intentionally saying, "Don't you have a birthday coming up?" And now he's like, "Oh my God, she remembered my birthday. It is coming up. Yeah, this is what I'm doing." And blah, 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 blah. Now you got him talking, bumping his fucking gums. If it's one thing about a man that you must know, if you don't know already, men are talkative bitches. They gossip and pillow talk more than any woman I have ever fucking met. So if you give a man an opportunity to talk, he will talk and talk. He will talk your fucking head off. So 4 days before his birthday, don't you have a birthday coming up? What are you doing? Hmm? And then turn the conversation over to yourself. Somehow make his birthday about him taking you out on a date, right? Or what I like to do is after his birthday. If this man is in need of some type of ego check, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm always in control. The point of the game is to make a man feel like he's in control. But quite honestly, you are always behind the strings, being the puppet master. You are the damsel in distress, but there is no distress. You are the puppet master and you are in control in every situation, right? So, several days after your birthday, didn't you just have a birthday? Did I miss it? What did you wind up doing for your birthday? Or I'll hit them with this the day after, 2 days after their birthday. "Oh my God, happy birthday. It's your birthday, right?" "Oh no, God, it's my birthday. It was actually 2 days ago." "Oh, well, I'm sorry. I've just been so busy with everything that I've been doing. I've been working on my business and I've been traveling and stuff like that. I've been so busy, but I had a feeling that you had a birthday coming up." "Happy birthday." "Oh, it's okay, goddess. It's okay that you missed my birthday. You still said happy birthday the next day. You still said happy birthday a week later. Yeah, that means at least you kind of knew. You were just busy doing all the things that you were doing. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay." Right? So now they feel special. You've attempted to remember something about them, even though the whole time, puppet master, you know it was their birthday. But make it about yourself. That's one of my favorites. Mm. The important thing to remember here, everything is a game. And if you know the game, you can win the game. And as a woman in the game, to be honest, you've already won. Financial domination, for a fact, is a rich man's game, but it's a rich man's game that's controlled by women. Because what are they doing? They're giving their money to women, they're spooling women. So, as a woman, if you know that this is a rich man's game and you know how to play the game well enough, you will always stay on top. Always, 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 always. So, the goal, and I'm sure you can kind of tell so far, the goal is to always mention something about him and then circle it back to yourself. Something about his favorite color, something about his fetishes, something about his kinks, something about his wife, something about something he's told you, a small detail in his life to let him know that you are paying attention. And then circle it back to yourself and how that information can benefit you. Your favorite color is this. Oh my God, that color looks so good on me. I'm about to go get my nails done and put that color on my toes. Are you going to pay for it? Circling it back to yourself. Always. Be so obsessed and arrogant and narcissistic with yourself, your goals, your ambitions, the way that you look, what you want from this man, that he cannot help but focus on you. yeah, we're talking about my birthday and what I'm doing for my birthday. Or, yeah, you said, Goddess, do you have a birthday coming up? Oh my God, yeah, my birthday's in like 2 days. Circle it back to yourself. It's his birthday, but now for his birthday, he's taking you out. It's his birthday, but he just dropped a bag on you. I thought isn't it usually the opposite? Right? When it's your birthday as a woman, you don't spend any money on someone else, right? But again, learning the game, running the game, and doing it the right way, you will get anything that you want from a man without sex. Remember, and pay attention to how I've clearly said in this entire 45 minutes that I've been here, I haven't said anything about teasing him and or throwing pussy at him or showing him your breast or showing him your ass or whatever else, because those things are your assets. Absolutely, those things are what attracts a man to you, because they are men. Men are very visual creatures. They like bodies, they like women, they like curves. But if you know how to use those things to get what you want, you never have to give them up. Never. Over the last 6 years, men like to make a lot of jokes about financial domination and girls with OnlyFans and girls who are sugar babies and this and that and the third. I dare you, though, to ask any man in this world who's ever given me money, who's ever spent money, who's ever sent money, who's ever bought a gift, if they've slept with me as a financial dominatrix. The answer would be no, obviously. No, not even in their wildest dreams. I might have, you know, done something to them, pegging, making them kiss my feet, suck my toes after taking me out on a date. But me, no, never, because I don't have to do that. And this is why I need more and more women on this game. This is why I don't have a problem sharing literally the blueprint that's made me six fucking figures before 30 years old. I don't mind sharing it, even in this small instance on YouTube, because there are more and more women who need to wake the fuck up to this lifestyle. You do not have to go fuck dusty Mr. Ulysses for money. Thank you for the hearts. You don't have to go give yourself to these men and get pennies in return. They've made you feel like it's a man's game. They've made you feel like men are on top, and that's never been the fucking case. Men can't create life. Men don't carry the Eve gene. Even men of a specific race. There's a woman of a specific race and a specific race only that carries the Eve gene. Black women. So if you don't know that and you're just walking around in the matrix, men are always going to be on top. Men are going to make more money than women. Men this, men that. You got the game fucked up. Real bad. So more and more women need to wake the fuck up to this, because quite honestly, you can make so much money off of other people's pockets. You can start businesses with this money. You can travel the world with this money. I've gotten my college degree with this money. I've bought new cars for myself. I've fixed my credit. I've traveled the world for free. I've been to Ghana for free, Jamaica for free, Puerto Rico, North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, DC, Atlanta, Detroit. And that's just to name a few. For free, off of financial domination and learning the game and running the game and playing it well as a fat Black woman. So if I can do it, why can't you? Until you know better, you can do better. So know better. Take this information and run with it. Don't just spend 40 minutes, 50 minutes of the next, you feel me, the next 40 minutes, 50 minutes of your life absorbing this information for free, and then go off of this video and go 50-50 with a man. Or let a man tell you, let me just take you out on a coffee date. Don't take this information, absorb this information, and then do nothing with it. Because you will always be the loser after that. You will always be on the bottom of the pole, the totem pole, the chain of command, the food pyramid. You will always get eaten the fuck up by these men, by these Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate podcast Pauls. They will always eat your ass the fuck up unless you know the game and you play the game the right way. So know it, take it, and play it, and do it well. Now, the goal of this for me in financial domination is, again, to manipulate, but at the end of the day, I'm making a man feel good. Hello, Queen. Hi, Goddess. Thank you for joining us. Hello. If you are one of my students, certainly, please let me know. I feel like I recognize your name from somewhere. If you are one of my students, or if you're trying to become one of my students, the fall registration is open. Please make sure that you text my phone, InstaDom, to 443-543-6946. Okay? But the goal of this is to make a man feel good. Gas him up. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Gas that nigga the fuck up, premium. Put some premium gas on that nigga. Gas his ass the fuck up. Because when he gives you money, he feels good. So when he gives you money, make him feel good. Not sexually, but a thank you, or oh my God, you gave me some money, I'm gonna go get my nails done with it, and I'm gonna, flash a picture of your favorite color on my toes, or a simple thank you, or what are you doing? Let's go out tonight. You've given me some money, you have some money, you just got paid. You just got a promotion, you just got a raise. Oh my God, let's go out tonight to celebrate. I just bought recently this new dress. I think that you would love the way my body looks inside of it. Let's go out to eat at Ruth's Chris tonight to celebrate. So not only have you made him feel good about his promotion, his new job, but you've now turned it back on you. You just got a free date and some food to Ruth's Chris, and at minimum, a shopping trip or whatever else comes after that, because he feels good. He's a big boss now. He's got some money on him. He got a promotion. You came in with this bomb ass dress. By the way, dress from Shein, plus size, if you love it. Okay. You got this promotion. He got this promotion. You have this fabulous dress on. It's hugging your curves and his body. You guys are at Ruth Chris. He's feeling like a man, a big macho man. Everybody's turning their heads when you walk in the door, right? Because you look good. And now all of the other men are envious because look at this man with this beautiful woman on his arm. He has to be rich. He has to be powerful. He has to be successful. There is no way this beautiful woman like Goddess Ekua would be hanging out with just any bum. Look at her. She looks so good. And now you make him look good, which boosts his ego up even higher. Play the game and know how it works. But smile, say thank you. Don't be afraid to say thank you. Even as a financial dominatrix, I can be a bitch. I can be a brat if I want to. But there's nothing wrong with smiling and saying thank you. Being a soft, seductive, romantic woman, or a woman that prefers to be courted by her suitors. Because sure, I can be a bitch. I can call you a loser and a pay pig and fuck you, pay me, and whatever else. But I don't really resonate with that. Most wealthy men don't. Out of 6 years and over 6 figures, there's not been one man who was serious about financial domination, serious about spoiling me, serious about providing for me, that called himself a pay pig. Not one. Not one. The only men in financial domination who call themselves pay pigs are more than likely scammers or bottom feeders or the kind of subs who aren't really submissive. They're more so fetishists. They just play the role of a submissive because that's what gets them off. And they know that you're new, you're naive, you don't know financial domination, so that they can just say, hey, Goddess, I'm a pay pig. Here's $25. And they hope that you don't watch videos like videos on Goddess Ekua's YouTube channel, or they hope that you're not a member of the AfroDomme Academy, because that means you're smart. That means you know the game. That means you're not going to tolerate $25 tributes. They hope that you're naive and you're dumb enough to fall for the bait and the bullshit so that they can do the bare minimum, give you the bare minimum. You'll be happy with the bare minimum. And he'll just go to the next bitch and do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Know the game so you can win it. But if a man can't provide, let's say shit happens. Like I said, my sub was paying my car note month after month. And because of the pandemic, shit got tight. He went bankrupt. He has a wife, he has kids. They have recently moved from New York to Houston. So, right? Big life changes. And then the pandemic hits. What? That shit financially rocked his world. He couldn't afford to pay my car note anymore. Did I get mad and say, "Oh my God, you're not a man. You're less than a man. Fuck you. Cut you. I'm cutting you off. I'm blocking you." No. Oh my goodness, that is so sad to hear that you're going through a financial crisis. I hope that in due time we can reconnect, right? Because I'm not going to continue talking to you. We're not going to continue having text sessions or Skype sessions or whatever. But I hope that in due time we can reconnect. Meaning what? You no longer have money. You no longer have value. You no longer have access in my life. Bye. Come back when you have some money. Revoke access. So when he does not have any money, when he cannot take action, when he's going through whatever he's going through, because at the end of the day, you have to understand, we're talking about people. Like, yeah, he's a sub. Maybe he has a degradation fetish. He wants to be called a loser sometimes. But at the end of the day, this is a fucking person with feelings and their own mental issues and their own bills month after month after month. So yeah, he may not have money all the time. He may be going through something. Someone in his family might fucking die. He may be sick one day. This is a person. Yeah, in a sexual sense, in a sexy sense, you're using him as a human ATM, but the first word is human, right? So have a fucking heart. Don't be a cruelest bitch where you wind up cutting your bag short because you want to be a cutesy tootsie, give me the money now or don't give me anything type of dom that someone else in a different sorority, different club organization told you that this was. Because that's the quickest way to make sure that you never get money. Give me everything you have now. It's a stick up. Give me the money. Put the money in my fucking hand. Baby, don't you got bills just like him? Ain't your rent due on the first of the month just like his? Don't you fall on hard times sometimes? You get a flat tire sometimes? Your check be late sometimes? Payroll fucked up your check? Now you gotta wait another day, another week? Shit happens. Give this man a break, but revoke his access to you in that moment. Respond slower to his messages. If he calls you one night flirt, decline a couple of those calls. Be unavailable for a little bit. And in this way, I'm not necessarily punishing him, but you're showing him, I am not always available for you. Because there are some subs that you'll see in that fetishist category that like to play that role, but they're not really submissive. They know that whatever happens, as long as, for a new dom, because ain't nobody pulling this fucking shit on me, but as a new dom, as long as I got money, she gonna respond. As long as I send that cash app, she gonna say something, right? So even when he is sending, sometimes you have to do this to check them as well, so that they don't get too accustomed to you being there. Because now, if you let it happen for too long, the only lesson that they're really getting, especially if they're not like a genuine submissive, the only lesson that they're really getting is that you can be bought. As long as he has money, you will be there. Revoke access. Be unavailable. Don't answer the phone. Ignore his calls. If he texts you at 5 o'clock, don't say anything till 7. Do this as well with men that you're generally dating. If you're watching this video because you're not a FinDom or a financial dominatrix, and you're just using this information for dating advice, do this for the men that you're dating as well, right? If he texts you at 5 o'clock, don't respond till 8. And then when you respond at 8, don't say anything about the fact that you never texted back. Just respond. He says, hey, what you doing tonight? Can I take you out on a date? Don't respond till 7. Yeah, sure. Where are we going? Sorry, I was doing this and I was washing my clothes and I was shaving my coochie or whatever. I was asleep. Don't tell him none of that shit. Let his mind wander. Let him think. Let him use his imagination to pretend and figure out what it is that you were doing, that you weren't responding to his messages. This is gold information. Thank you, Goddess. You're welcome. Let his mind wander. Oh my God, I texted her. What is she doing? She didn't respond like she usually does. I know I sent her money. Did the Cash App not go through? No, the Cash App went through. She didn't respond. What is she doing? Then respond later. This teaches him, whether he's spending money or not, that he's replaceable, that you won't always be there, that you won't always be around, that he is just another man on a roster, even if he's not, right? Because you may be doing this for clients, you may be doing this for subs, you could be doing this to the guy that you're dating romantically in a vanilla sense, just to kind of make sure that you always get what you want out of dating. Keep his mind wandering, because that's what makes him addicted to you. That's what gets him attached to you. Men get attached when they spend money, when they make an investment. And a little bit, quite honestly, men get more attached when you show them less attention. When you ghost a man, when you stop responding so quickly to a man, he's more likely to still chase you because you've drawn away from him. You've removed access from him. You're now further away from him. So now he has to chase you. And men like to chase. You know they do. The cat chases the dog. Meow. Yeah. So again, if he doesn't have money, because I want to go back to that point, don't nag, don't bitch, just disappear. Go ghost for a little while. Don't block him, mute him, right? Turn off his alerts on your phone so that his text messages still come through. You just don't get a notification for it. And then use social media to your advantage, ladies. Use social media to your advantage. This is how you get them fucking addicted, so hooked on your ass that they will do any fucking thing you say. It doesn't matter if this man considers himself submissive or not. He gets down on his knees and kisses your feet or not. Any man, you'll have them in the palm of your fucking hands. Ghost him. Ignore him. Leave him on red for a few days, few hours, and then go straight to social media. And then go straight to social media. That is one of my favorite fucking things. Oh my God, it gets them so tight when you're ignoring their messages, but you're posting on Instagram. Girl, they be ready to drop. They be ready to stop everything they doing and drive to your house. What you doing in there? They be ready, right? Because it drives them crazy. You're no longer showing them attention. You are showing them that they are replaceable. You're showing them that, okay, you're around. I may entertain you, but I don't need you, right? So use social media to your advantage. Show small snippets of your lifestyle. If he just texted you at 5 o'clock, you're out and about already. You're shopping. You're living your life, looking good, because you should never be waiting around for a man's or a sub's text messages. Never. Of course not. But we don't have to talk about that. So you're already doing whatever you're doing. His text message comes through at 5:09. 5:10, you need to be on Instagram. Oh my God, look at this beautiful dress that I'm about to buy. Should I try it on? Let me go to the dressing room and try it on. And then you're looking cutesy tootsy in the dressing room, like, I really love this dress. Ooh, I love the way this dress hugs my curves. Oh my God, I'm getting my nails done. Look, Instagram, I'm getting my nails done and my feet done, and I'm having champagne at the salon. Completely ignore the fact that he just texted you. He'll go straight to your social media. He'll be watching you post. Oh, she's out shopping. You're ignoring my text messages because you're getting your nails done, because you're out shopping? Well, look, here goes some money for the dress. Here goes some money for your nails. Now he's double texting you. I saw that you were on Instagram getting your nails done. Let me know when you leave the salon. Here's some money to reimburse you. I really like that dress you were trying on in your Instagram story or on your Twitter page, Goddess. I did send you some money earlier for our Skype session tonight. I'm not sure if you got it, but I do like that dress on you, and I think it would look really pretty. Here's some extra money for you to buy it, right? Know the game, play it well, and you will always stay on top. And that's all I'm willing to share with you guys today. Because, like I said, this is the blueprint that's helped me go from survival sex work, being a college student, making less than $600 a month, working 2 jobs. Back in college, when I found financial domination, I was working at Lowe's, outside lawn and garden. Look at me, as cute as I am, because I ain't never been ugly. Look at me. Do you see this face, this body? Imagine me 4, 5, 6 years ago, working at fucking Lowe's Home Improvement, trying to sell you a fucking John Deere tractor. Do it look like I fucking cut grass? No. Do it look like I even know how to cut grass? No. Does it even look like I know what the fuck a John Deere lawnmower really is? No. You push the bitch, you turn it on, it cut the grass. Buy it. I didn't belong in there. No, of course not. I'm beautiful and I'm sexy. I'm intelligent. I don't belong in a place like that. But going from that to 6 figures, using the blueprint I've just shared with you, yeah, it works, ladies. You must try it. And if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. If you don't believe that it's going to work, run the play and come back to me. Matter of fact, text me AfroDomme to 443-543-6946. And I'll get you instant access into our private learning community. Now, for those of you who've already just texted me, I am sending you your access link right now. And please be ready. If you are interested in joining our learning community, please be ready. Okay, we are taking a limited amount of applications. And when I say that each and every fall, I absolutely mean it. We are only taking 30 spots. And after those 30 spots, we will close the doors again. Y'all know. And if you don't know, now you know. When I say we're going to close these fucking applications and these doors, I mean it. Because for someone like myself who's gone from 0 to 6 figures, the information that I have and the information that I share works. It works for me. And then, like I said, it works for over 4,000 other people. There's over 4,000 people inside of the AfroDomme Academy who I've personally coached, mentored, talked to, consulted, and educated in some way on how to use financial domination, how to use business marketing and management to their advantage, using and knowing what I know. There are women who are out here making $10,000, $15,000 a month. It's some Dusty Devlins working at Amazon right now, picking shit up and putting it down that only make $15,000 a year. I'm teaching you how to make $15,000 a month. Don't believe me? Ask around. Go find our students. They'll tell you. But if I know that my information has legitimately changed my life and is changing the life of other women, When I say we're only taking 30 girls, I mean it. So get your applications in, get them in fast. If I sent you the link, please make sure that you join us and make sure that you follow through, because you will get lost in the sauce and we do not give refunds. So if you if you lock in with us and then you don't show up, then oh well, baby, you fumbled your own bag. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us, Goddess. Now, I'm responding to a couple of people, and I will spend the next 5-10 minutes. If you have a question, please let me know in the chat, because I know it's a couple of people who've been jumping in and out of today's live. I've been watching the numbers go up and down. If you have a question at this time, please feel free to drop it in the chat, and we'll do a quick little Q&A about anything that I've discussed today or financial domination. Okay. If you got some questions, holla at your girl while you got me, because I won't be here for long. If you got some questions, holla at your girl while you got me. Who is this? Who is this? Okay, so this is somebody on my Instagram. If you are following me, you're trying to request to follow me on Instagram, I do not do any consultations. I don't provide any services through Instagram. Please make sure that you are not following me from an Instagram that has no fucking information on it, because quite honestly, I'm more than likely not going to respond, right? It's giving spam. It's giving sub. Now, you might be a new dom. This girl might be a new dom. Just giving her the benefit of the D, benefit of the doubt. She may just be a new dom. This may be a new page. But, I mean, at least announce yourself, right? Let's see. Goddess AC Ashe. I'm going to say Goddess Ashe, because that's what it looks like to me. Best app to start on. So for me, in financial domination, and also let me know, Goddess, if you are a student of the AfroDomme Academy or not, because that information is actually what we go over in our 7-day business bootcamp. Some of the best platforms for you to get started on, how to market yourself on those platforms, and how to actually start making money. Because it's one thing for me to just answer your question right now here on YouTube and say Twitter. But if I don't show you how to actually make money from Twitter, there's nothing that's going to separate you and the hundreds of other girls who open a Twitter page and use a few hashtags and try to make money off of it. Yes, Yes, Ashe. Sometimes it's hard to pronounce stuff when you're just reading it through text. We'll talk. But yes, I am a new student. Okay, well, congratulations. Welcome to the AfroDomme Network. Welcome to the Winners Club. So then get with me about platforms. The first and foremost, the very basic platform is going to be Twitter. Twitter is NSFW friendly. Twitter is a good way to connect with other DOMs. Twitter is a good way to find subs and clients, and for subs and clients to find you. It is one of the easiest and free ways for you to build passive income and get started in financial domination. Now, financial domination on Twitter, in my opinion, from 2017 to now has certainly changed. It's become less fun. 2017 fandom was certainly, you had to be there for it, quite honestly. You just had to be there. But it had a certain level of relaxedness that the industry just doesn't have anymore. And I feel like it's because of financial domination, quite honestly, going mainstream. And like I always say, other clubs, sororities, organizations who are teaching financial domination, but don't teach it from the degree that we teach it from. No shade or tea to them, but some people portray financial domination as this fuck you, pay me, you are cute, you can get paid kind of thing, where an influx of women have now come into the industry and they don't know what they're doing. They're undereducated. They have no experience. They don't know BDSM safety. They don't know that this is sex work. They are homophobic, horophobic, transphobic, and they bring a certain level of nastiness into the industry that we don't need. And they diminish the value of it. It's kind of like a car. Like the best example I can provide is like a car. So, when you buy a new car, and this is why I never buy new cars. This is why earlier on, an hour ago, when I was talking about using this blueprint to quite literally have a sub get me a new car, because I was riding around in a 21-year-old car back in college, a 2000 Nissan Altima, right? Leaking transmission fluid all throughout the city and shit, right? And I was saying the sub bought me a car, but it was a 2013. It wasn't a brand new off the lot at that time, which would have been 2023 Range Rover that I want. That's the car that I do want. That's my dream car. The reason why I didn't get that is because I understand that even if you buy a new car, even if a sub is paying for it, even if a sugar daddy is paying for it, the minute you pull off the lot, the value of that car depreciates. So follow me for a second. The more people who come into financial domination, who are on Twitter, who are getting bad information, misled information, poorly regurgitated information that I've given someone else, and they're just going somewhere else and repeating it and trying to package it and sell it to someone. The more people who have wrong information about what this is and what this isn't, and they join Twitter fandom and they join all of these social media sites and these spaces, they depreciate the value of financial domination. Because if you come in with that, fuck you, pay me, I'm cute, you're a pay pig, you're a loser, you're going to be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches after I take $100 from you because you're such a loser bitch and I've drained you. Oh my God. First off, if a motherfucker is eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the rest of the month because he gave you $100, that means that this motherfucker is so goddamn poor, he does not need to be in financial domination. I can't think of one motherfucker who's ever given me money, whether it was $100, $10,000, $1,000 in a day, who was on his ass after giving me that money. But if you don't have the right information and you come in with that kind of mentality, and there are, let's say, for example, 500 other girls doing the same thing, the value of the industry depreciated. So right now, financial domination is becoming more mainstream, but for some women with no education, with no coaching, with no mentoring, with no game, they don't have a blueprint. They're not using a blueprint like you are using. They're just trying things out. They depreciate the value. So it's becoming more popular, but the chances of you making more money is lowering because it's becoming more popular. And right now, that's where we've been in. That's where the industry has been in this kind of back and forth influx since, I want to say, 2019. But as more and more women continue to see what this is and what this is not, because of course, once you get into financial domination and you realize it's not fuck you, pay me, you don't just make a Twitter page and show your feet and then the next day have $1,000, those people are going to leave. They're going to deactivate their pages. They're going to be like, oh, this was a scam. Financial domination doesn't work. I paid for this and I read that book and then I tried it for 2 weeks and nothing happened. It's not for me. Let me go back to work. Good. Take your ass back to work because you don't need to be here, right? As more and more people are doing that, it'll become less and less popular because people will realize that this is a business. This is a job, just like everything else. You're going to have to learn marketing. You're going to have to learn money management. You're going to have to learn all of these things to be successful. The value of being a findom, a high-class findom with education, who knows her worth, who knows the game, the value of it will continue to rise. And that's where we're at. We're at this point in the industry where the popularity has gone up, but because people are realizing, this ain't as easy as I thought it was, they delete their pages and now the value goes up. So right now we're waiting for this kind of middle ground to surpass where fandom is no longer that popular and now the value of being a dom and how much money you can make goes up. That's where we're at in this industry, waiting for that increase. And it will happen. It will. It certainly will. And because, thankfully, as the founder of the AfroDomme Academy, putting myself in a position where I can, at this point in my life, focus on traveling, focus on myself, focus on my other businesses, etc. I now have more financial freedom to help more women, to do more coaching, to do more live discussions and things like that on YouTube, especially now that my YouTube is very close to monetization, full monetization with like super chats and stuff like that. I could dedicate more time to providing more assistance, more education to the industry. And in that sense, we will be helping more women. 4,000 women single-handedly over 6 years, scaling myself to six figures and bringing 4,000 women on my back with me is not an easy feat. When I say that we are the largest industry and the largest community in this industry, I mean it, because we are. US, Ghana, East and West Africa, the United Kingdom, East Coast, West Coast, the largest industry, the largest community in this industry, 4,000 women off of my back. That's a lot. But as we continue to grow, there will be more people that I can reach. These videos will reach more people. There are people that are going to be watching these replays for years and years and years to come. And as more people get the real education that they need, we can see the kind of change that we want to see in financial domination. Because I am so excited about the future of this. When we get to a point where women know their worth, we don't have to have conversations about, girl, take that fucking $25 minimum out your fucking bio. And even still, to me, sometimes I feel like I'm pissed off that I even have to fucking talk about it. Why the fuck do you have a minimum tribute in your bio? I said it in my last video. If you give a motherfucker the opportunity to do the bare minimum, we're talking about men. Okay? If you give a motherfucker the opportunity to do the bare minimum, you know he's gonna do that shit forever. So why are you saying, at minimum, give me $25? This ain't your job where you making minimum wage. This is not your bum ass ex who can only give you $40. This is financial domination. This is a rich man's fetish. How you gonna financially dominate somebody with $25? I can give you $25 if you need it that fucking bad, bitch. Get some money. Ask him for money. You're not asking for McDonald's reimbursements. You need to be asking for business investments. So once we get to the point where more and more women are educated about what this industry is, what this game is, and what it isn't, the value of it will go up. There will be less women here because they realize it takes work, it takes time, it takes investments, it takes education and determination. Those people will leave. The price of the pussy will go up. And then that point, we will skyrocket and we will get back to not 2017 FinDom, because you can't hold on to the past, but we'll get to a point in this industry where there is no way that it's possible for a woman to come into financial domination and think that she has to be a fake character or this fuck you pay me or accept the bare minimum or have to explain that she's not going to accept the bare minimum. For me, in the AfroDomme Network, all of us, my students, my members, me, we're waiting for the period or point of time where $1,000 tributes become the norm. For a long time in my career and in my coaching with students, they felt like reaching $1,000 day or having $1,000 days is something that only white women could do. It's not true. My first $1,000 day was 6 years ago. And it was off of a community sub who used to give other girls $200-$300. He gave me $1,000. He was giving those girls $200-$300. And those girls would be on the timeline happy. Oh, we did a drain. I did a drain with this sub. Look at how much he sent me. Bitch, he only sent you $300. This same motherfucker just sent me $1,000 10 minutes ago. And I said nothing about it on the timeline. Here you are jumping through hoops. We're waiting for a point in the industry where the norm is women of value getting what they deserve from men. We don't have to have conversations about self-worth and imposter syndrome and raising your rates because you're charging too little. We don't have to have conversations about why you shouldn't be doing verification videos and having minimum tributes in your bio. You're dumb, you're educated, You know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what you want. And there are men who are willing to give it to you. That's what we're waiting for. And right now, at the cups that we're at, it's very, very close to happening. Very, very close. But I don't want to go off on a tangent about that because I could be talking about that all fucking day long. I've already been here for 90 minutes. Any more questions for me before I leave you guys? I'm in the mood for a drink. But I do appreciate the conversation, and I always, always do. For those of you who are already inside of the AfroDomme Academy, I will see you guys tonight on our private server. Okay. Look at me. And that's why I can't stand social media, because now I'm all up in somebody else's business. Krishan Rock is about to have her baby. And I try to follow them from afar because it's just like fucking messy as hell. But I want the best for her. I really, truly do. Especially because she's also from Baltimore, like I am. So like, I want the best for Krishan. I really do. But she knows the game. I'm not gonna say that Krishan Rock is dumb, because Krishan know the game. Okay, Baltimore bitches ain't dumb. You can play dumb, but you ain't dumb. Okay, she know the game. She gonna get exactly what the fuck she want for Blueface, and if she's smart, she gonna put that motherfucker on child support and keep his ass on child support and get his ass locked the fuck up. But that's neither here nor there. That's another conversation for another night. Oh my goodness. Ooh, these are the guys you want to stay away from. He is ugly. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. If there are no more questions for me, I enjoyed having this conversation. Make sure that you text me Instadom to 443-543-6946 to get inside of our live classes and live community. This telephone number is not for men or subs. So, oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be dropping my telephone number for Frank and all of the other subby boys. Because even still, and it goes to say right before I let you guys go, it goes to say, when you know the game, you can play the game and you can master the game, and subs will start finding you. You would not believe how many tributes and clients and subs that I'm getting off of quite literally just talking to you guys. None of my videos have ever been geared towards subs on this channel so far. And more than likely, they'll never be. But I'm talking to women and giving women advice. You would not believe how many fucking clients and subs I'm getting off of this. So for the boys in the back who are watching, and you know what I say is true, because you either like what I say in the way that I say it, or I've already used it on you. Let me drop my telephone number for you, just in case you need it. And you need to call me tonight to let me know how crazy it felt to really be called out like this on YouTube. How crazy it felt to watch my videos and know that, like, even though I'm not talking to you as a sub, I'm talking to you. I'm speaking your language, right? Let me drop my telephone number for you. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. And you can figure it out on your own. Yep. I never know my night flirt by heart. I really don't. But I will be online tonight. It's Labor Day weekend, so why not make some money? That is 1-800-2-TO flirt, FLIRT, extension 11934-252. Now, if you call me on Night Flirt, here are some rules and guidelines that you must understand very quickly as a submissive man. If you do not have more than $50 on your credit card, you need to wait until you get somebody to call me, because I like to talk, as you can see. So we're going to talk, and I want to get to know you, and I want to know what makes you twitch and all of the things, whatever, right? But you need to have some money on your account because otherwise our conversation will be cut short, and that is just not fair to me. So make sure you have some money before you call. Bye.